Hello, welcome back to my sewing room. My name is Robyn and I do sewing and crafting tutorials. But today I'm going to show you how I make these beautiful watercolor cards. And if you don't like to paint watercolor, I can show you how to take a page from an old calendar. I took this page from this old calendar from 2008 and I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to turn them into these beautiful cards. So stay to the end and I'll show you just how quick and easy this is. Okay, to get started, I laid out some Teflon sheets on my cutting table so I don't get paint on it, and laid out my watercolors and 2 jars of water and my watercolor brushes, and I'm just using some masking tape. And I'm going to use this watercolor pad. This is an inexpensive one I got when it was 50% off. This is 140 pounds, 300 pounds is the top of the line, but for making these cards, I'm just going to use some inexpensive watercolor paper. And this is 11 inches by 15 inches. Last time I did this, I didn't tape it down. I just painted it because I wanted color all everywhere, but I ended up having to iron this because it warped. So I'm just going to tape it down just a little bit on the edges. See, I just put it on my clothes like this. And that makes it less sticky so it doesn't hurt your paper like that. And then I'm going to tape it down. Okay, we've got our paper all taped down. These are the watercolors I'm using. It's called Crafts for All watercolor paint and the 24 color set. And the first thing you want to do is spray my paints to get them activated and ready to work. Because once I wet my paper, I want to move quickly before it dries. Now we're going to take this little bottle. I got this from Dollar Tree. I'm going to just spray my paper with the water, but if you don't have a spray bottle of water, you could just wet it with your paintbrush with water all over your whole paper, but don't oversaturate it. Just get it a little wet. Let's see, I'm just gonna get it wet, and this helps the paint to move to make and create those beautiful flowers. So I'm just gonna pick up some paint and just kind of drop it and just kind of do that like that. Get another color and just kind of dab it into a circle shape. And see how we sprayed the water? It's going to make the paint move and look really pretty. So I'm just going to go around doing these colors all over the page, but make sure you leave some white space because that's key in watercolor, leaving some white space. Just going to go and paint all these orangey red colors first because that's my favorite color. It's pinky red. And just see, I'm just dabbing. Anybody can do this. I'm just dabbing colors and just kind of move it all around the page and leave a little bit of white space. And then before that dries, I'm going to take a different brush and wet it a little bit and dip it into my raw umber. That's what I'm going to do, raw umber. And I'm just going to dab it in the center of each flower. Just dab it in the center. Get a little more paint, dab it in the center. And the water is going to do all the work. It's going to start moving your paint. That's why you got to work quickly before it dries. See that? I'm going to do the same thing with each color that I have. So now I'm going to move on to another color. I'm going to move on, I think, over here to this. And just start doing these colors. And I'm just doing it random. I'm not thinking too much. This is something you can just play with and have fun. Even your kids could do this. And if you're running out of water, you can take your spritzer and just kind of mist over it a little bit. And keep on painting. And then I'm going to take some more of this burnt umber and just dab it in the center. Let's see, did I get everybody? Yes, it's coming together. Add a little green and kind of like do some leaves. I'm just pushing my brush down and going out like that to create a leaf, kind of like a leaf. You don't have to add leaves. I just thought I would try it this time. I didn't add leaves in the last one. I don't know if I like that. Maybe I won't. We'll see. But just a little bit of green. I'll try it on this side of the page and see if I like it. I'll just leave those in there, see if I like them. You can try out things, test it. I think I want to add a few more flowers in here. I think I want to add some more of these pretty pink ones because that's my favorite color. See, I think I need to wet it a little more, which will also help make your other flowers run a little bit more and create that beautiful effect. Let me get a little bit more of, oops, too much, of my crimson red. Oh, I got it really dark there. Let's see. That'll give us some. Look at the color move. Do you see that? Because of the water. That one's really moving. Whoa. Oh no, he ran too much. But if you don't like it, you can take a paper towel and sop it up. Because he ran all into my other flower. But you never know, it could turn into something pretty. Like on my last one, that little blob that ran, it kind of looked like a dandelion. So, but this time I'm going to try clean it up and do it again. Try again. And you again. I think I had too much water in this place. Let's see. Do that. I'm going to add a little brown. Okay. We're all done painting. See, it doesn't look all that great like this, but wait until we cut it into card size shapes without even really looking at it, and it comes out amazing. It just blows my mind. So you just put down some color. Now we're going to let it dry completely. Okay, it's all dry. Now let's remove the tape. It didn't warp too badly, but if yours warps, you can just turn it over and lay it on this pressing sheet, because this is heat proof, and you can just iron the back of it with your iron on your ironing board to flatten it. Mine's pretty flat, so I don't think I'll need to do that to this one. Here's the cutter I bought. It's called the Caterpillar Crop Scrapbook and Craft Paper Trimmer. I am not sponsored. I bought this with my own money because I tried it at my sister-in-law's house and I fell in love with it. It folds in for easy storage, but you just lift this out to be able to cut bigger paper. And this is what I love. I love this light that helps you to see better. And this cuts so good. I'm going to cut off just a 1/4 of an inch because I want to cut off where I've had the tape. And I'm turning it upside down so I don't overthink it. Otherwise, I would be trying to overthink it. And this way, you just cut it and it's magic. So you want to push this up against this measuring thing here. And then see this moves? You want to push it as you're coming down. You're going to push it to the left. And look, it just cuts that ever so tiny little piece perfectly straight. And I want to cut these 3 3/4 inch by 5 inch. I'm going to measure 3 3/4. cut that 3 3/4. Cut this 3 3/4. That one will be some excess left over. Now we're going to turn these over and I'm going to cut these 5 inches. Okay, that one's 5 inches. That one 5 inches. There. We've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Now we need to pick out our background color. Kind of like that for one. Maybe these could be that color card. Okay, for a couple of the cards I picked out the red. So I'm going to take and fold this in half. And I'm going to take my bone folder and give it a good crease. And now I'm going to cut this like an A2 card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. 4 1/4. Cut that off. And now I'm going to cut this 5 1/2 inches. There. Now these will fit on here perfectly. I love that with the red, don't you? 5 1/2. There. Maybe that one could go on here. Okay, cut your other cardstock just like we cut the red one, and then I'll show you what's next. Okay, I put my Teflon sheet down because we're going to do some gluing. And this is the glue my sister-in-law used. It's really good. You use just a few little drops and it dries clear and very, very fast. I'll put a link in the description box for anything I used in this video. Okay, just going to take this and I'm going to pull this off while I'm using it. And we're just going to put little dots. Little dots. You could use those tape adhesive also, but I'm just going to use this because I'm going to use this also for the words because it works really good. So make sure this is right, and then we're going to evenly put this, which is really hard for me to line up things with my eye, but that looks pretty good. So just do that with each of your cards, and then I'll show you how we're going to add the words. Okay, I've got them all glued onto the cardstock. Okay, I got out my Big Shot, and I'm going to take the leftover scraps from cutting my cards, and I'm going to cut some words out of these colors. This one here. And I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape to hold them in place. So I'm going to cut out this word, enjoy, right there. Put this and run it through my Big Shot. Okay. Okay, I finished cutting out all the words. Now we're going to see which words go where on these cards. Okay, I think I figured out the design I want. And now I'm just going to take my glue and glue these down. And just dot this with the glue. Just put little dots. I'm going to do it quickly because it dries fast. And I might be putting too much. I tend to overdo with the glue, but I like to make sure it's on. And then just pick this up and place it right about there. I'm going to put this little there. Enjoy. Just a little dot on the back and glue all these down, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how to put on the bling. Okay, I finished gluing on all of the words. And now it's time to add the bling. Now you can use the peel and stick bling you can get from Dollar Tree, but these are too big. I don't have in stock the little tiny ones, because these you can just peel off like that and just stick. But I find them a little too big for these cards. But they do have smaller ones at Dollar Tree, so it's easy. Just peel and stick them right wherever you want. But I don't have that. I have these little tiny beads that were in here. The 5mm round acrylic. So I just put them in this little bowl so I can get them easier, and I'm just gonna use that glue to glue these down. But the peel and stick would be so much easier. Unfortunately, I don't have little ones that are peel and stick. I only have these big ones. But you may want to find the little peel and sticks to make it easier. But I just wanted to show you real quick, right on top of the J for enjoy. There. Isn't that cute? Can you see that? And just place them around the cards however you like. There. Isn't that cute? So just go around and put your bling. There's one more thing we got to do to the inside of the cards. Okay, I finished all the bling, and I used my little tweezers from my Cricut to help me get those little things on there. But the peel and stick would be way easier. But if I'll do a little close-up here so you can see them. And then the last final thing we need to do is, because these are dark cards, we need to put a little piece of white paper in here so you can write your message on it. And all I did was take plain copy paper and cut it the same size I did the watercolor, which was 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And then you just take a little piece of double-sided tape and stick it right at the top, right at the top of that page right there. And then just turn it over and center it here. And then you can write your message right on there. And you got a beautiful card. So do that with all of them. And you have yourself a nice set of cards. And I'll show you how you can put them in a little bag like this. After you get them together, put them in a little clear bag and tie them with a bow, and that makes a great gift. Okay, and I have these 20 clear bags I bought at Dollar Tree. So you can get 20 of these bags, and this would make a great way to wrap these up and give them as gifts. Put them in the bag. This makes a really cute gift. Okay, I want to give you another option. If you don't want to paint your own watercolor picture, you could use scrapbooking paper or take an old calendar. I'm going to take this picture right here from this calendar. Tear it out. Okay, I'm going to cut this 3 3/4. So I'm going to turn it over so I don't think too much about it and just let it happen. So I'm going to cut 3 3/4. Line this up with the 3 3/4. And now I'm going to cut 5 inches. There's the first card. Now I'm going to cut this one 5 inches. There. And to make these cards even simpler, I'm going to take these pages I cut from the calendar, and I'm going to use some cardstock that I bought, some blank. You can buy these at any store, and you can also buy them on Amazon. There's just plain cards. These are plain A2 cards that already come pre-scored and that come with envelopes to match. And you can get these on clearance and very inexpensively. And so now I'm just going to take this, and then this is cut a little bit smaller than the card, so that will give it a nice background color. And then I'm going to glue this on and put some words on it. Get out my pressing sheet. Glue it like that. And then take this and glue it in the card. Isn't that pretty? Look at how quickly we made that card. So that's just another option, a quicker option to make cards really fast if you don't want to paint yourself. I love that. That makes a beautiful thank you card. I noticed while doing the calendar that the little glue dots are kind of showing through. I don't know if they're going to still show through after they dry. They're kind of little lumps. So I think for doing the calendar, because it's so thin, the paper's so thin, I'm going to use this instead. I'm going to use this little tape adhesive, where I could just take the back of this and just put that on. It just leaves a little line of glue, if you could see that. I just like to try to get the edges. There. That's a little smoother than the glue for this, because this paper is so thin. But the glue works great for the cardstock and for putting on the words, because it dries. Even if it comes out from the words, it dries clear. Didn't these come out adorable? And these were quick and easy to make using the already blank cards and envelopes. How sweet is that? I love this. Look at this. We're all finished. Look at these beautiful cards. I love the little bling. Amazing how these come out, because when you look at just the big watercolor paper, it didn't look that good. But when you cut it up like that, it's amazing what it does. Look at that one. And I love this one. And then inside they each have the white paper to write on. when you send this card. And now I'll show you the quick and easy cards I made out of the calendar. I love these, and it's so super quick and easy. You could also use scrapbooking paper if you didn't have any old calendars laying around. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. And these cards are already ready to go. You can buy them blank, the cards and envelopes blank, in any crafting store or on Amazon, and I will link everything I used in my video in the description box below. Here's hello. I love that with the window. Look at how pretty. I just love these. These came out darling. Happy birthday. Oh, I love this one with the window and the flowers. So sweet. I had so much fun doing a different craft today. That was so much fun. I like stopping, sewing, and doing other crafts. I find it relaxes my mind, and especially when I'm having a sewing problem and I'm not sure how to do something, by stopping and doing another type of craft relaxes my mind and helps me figure out that problem. Does that happen to you guys? I thank you guys so much for joining me today. Y'all have a so blessed day. Bye for now.